What is up, YouTube fam?
Hey,
Don't mind my
guys.
staying out, wipe my shirt off because I spilled some earlier, so that's water. But yesterday we did a very great video of Finland ending homelessness and how they did it. The formula was great. If you have not checked that video out, go check it out. It's the last video we just reacted to. Today we are staying in Finland, and they're talking about how they're happier. Like they are happier than us and how they remain happy. So this is gonna be another great one. I can guarantee it, and hopefully we can just learn some stuff from it and apply it to our lives. And,
Yes, that'd be
and
good.
do it. But if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, notification
All
bells.
that good stuff.
We do have other channels. If you want more of us, that is down below. Also, links to our Amazons. If you would like to send us a gift, no need to. If you want, it's an optional thing. But we always throw that out there. But let's dive in.
What makes me happy is
I think I was definitely born happy, and then life happens.
I'm getting a bit emotional here.
I feel very happy.
Very happy.
I'm happier now than when I lived in New York,
Oh.
and I got paid probably twice as much in New York as I do here.
I think it's a sign for us. We keep getting this message, y'all. Do y'all ever get something and it just keep applying to your life? Like you keep hearing it, is that a sign, Lord? Like us, is people keep saying like less money, and they move somewhere with less money, left a job for less money, and they happier. Like, and it's so funny he said that. Like, I left New York, and New York is the life. Everybody want to live.
And we say that because we came across a video, and it was a lot of people in high up positions and leaving their jobs
for happiness.
For, in a sense, happiness. They said they make way less. They're living like paycheck to paycheck, but they're much happier, not stressed or nothing like that. And I was just telling them, like, a lot of people, they're saying health and happiness over wealth, sadly.
Seriously.
Our happiness is kind of like quiet happiness, kind of a stillness.
What are those?
What does it take to be happy? The Nordic countries seem to have it all figured out. Finland and Denmark have consistently topped the United Nations' most prestigious index, the World Happiness Report, in all 6 areas of life satisfaction. How have they cracked the formula? And are the people there really the happiest?
Right.
Well, let us know.
The United Nations just named the happiest place on earth. It is not Disney World. It's Finland.
In 2019, the World Happiness Report named Finland the happiest country in the world for the second year in a row.
Regardless, we ain't on it.
Denmark came in second place after claiming the top slot in 2013 and 2016.
Wait, go back. I want to.
It wasn't not even an American flag on there at all. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. It wasn't even one on there.
Year after year, Nordic countries like Norway, Iceland, and Sweden round out the top of the list. Enter Jeffrey Sachs, a professor at Columbia and the co-editor of the World Happiness Report.
what do those countries
qualifies
have?
it?
They have a high level of prosperity, to be sure, but they're not the richest countries in the world by any means.
Wow.
The idea
Look at
is
all those
a good
bikes.
balance of life. You don't have to get super rich to be happy, they believe. In fact, if someone's super rich, they look, what's wrong with that person? So they're not societies that are aiming for all of the effort and time to becoming gazillionaires. They're looking for a good
Comfort.
balance of life, and the results are extremely positive.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
So they're all comfort.
Yeah, they're all about
living life.
And you learn is what you surrounded. Like people always say it's who you surround yourself with. That plays a part, but I think too, where your neighborhood you live, like sometimes you can't control who's around you. And then you get around my drift, not like a friend. I'm talking about neighbors in the neighborhood, the stores you go to. Like your mind is telling you like, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta do this, I gotta be at this.
Or
level.
I feel like society.
Yeah. And I feel like for them, like that's the code they crack. Like,
so in a sense, it's like, is that like a great place to retire?
Right.
Or to have
Finland, talk to
family?
me now, Finland.
Like you finish off your life there, in Finland.
I might go start my life over there.
The annual happiness
finale?
ranking began in 2012, but we can trace measuring happiness back to 1971.
It came in the inspiration of the country of Bhutan, a country in the Himalayas that many people know for its innovation of attempting to measure gross national happiness.
Globally, a standard for measuring success and productivity is gross national product.
Bhutan had the bright idea of trying to measure happiness.
Measuring happiness is a fairly complicated business.
That's why I'm like, how
First
do you
of
do
all,
it?
we need to understand what happiness means.
What is it?
It means the satisfaction with the way one's life is going. It's not primarily a measure of whether one laughed or smiled yesterday, but how one feels about the course of one's life.
Meet Mike Viking, happiness researcher and CEO of the Happiness
So he's
Research
happy.
Institute in Denmark.
There's a lot of
Can you imagine? Oh, what do you do for your work? I'm a happiness researcher. I'm a happy researcher. A what?
Right. Are you happy?
I
all the
research
time?
happiness. Like,
Is he happy all the time?
factors that impact happiness. Everything from biology to income levels to the city they
How
live
do you
in.
get that job?
But I think the best predictor we see in the data of whether people are happy or not is whether they're satisfied or happy with their relationships. So do we have somebody we can rely on in times of need? Do we have somebody we can share our hopes and worries with?
These 6 categories help account for the differences in life satisfaction around the world: GDP per capita, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, social support, generosity, and absence of corruption.
On average, richer countries are happier. On average, richer people are happier. But once we get to a certain level of income, additional $100 a month is not going to impact how people feel about their lives. So with money, like with everything else, we see diminishing marginal return.
And I don't know why I'm bringing up this quote because it's extremely corny, but there is a Kanye West song in which he says that having money is not everything, not having it is. And I do think that's true in the sense that when you don't have it, it's all you worry about. And when you do have money, you can actually worry about other stuff. Happiness also seems like
So
this
you're worrying
elusive
either way.
thing. We have 2 words for happiness in Danish. So we have lykke, which is the elusive thing, the thing you experience once every blue moon. And then we have to be glad, like the word glad, which is different because it's more down to earth and you can be glad despite the fact that it's not anything special. It's no special day. Lykke seems like this elusive thing that you can't quite chase. To be glad is more like our mindset. So I feel more like I choose to be glad at times rather than sort of trying to chase happiness, because that seems like it's never going to happen that way.
To chase happiness. I feel like that's me. I feel like I don't chase happiness because I'm not a runner.
I think if you try it,
I'm not.
I think that questions opens up like a wide range,
But I
because it's like
also-
what is your happiness?
That's
You
what
could
I'm
never
saying.
you could never
I
stop
feel
chasing.
like everybody has a different definition of happiness. Some people could say, "Oh, well, happiness is I wake up every day." Okay, but someone else could be like, "Well, happiness is money in my bank," or happiness is like when I eat good food. So I feel like it's measured in different ways for everybody.
I think
So
like
feel
happiness could be a never-ending journey.
Exactly. And so I feel like that's why when it says chase happiness, you running a lot. You running marathon after marathon.
And
It's literally like a never-ending circle.
The quote he said with money is the truth, because when you don't have it, right, you're chasing to try to get it.
You're worrying
But then
about
when
it.
he said when you get it, you don't worry about the money. You worry about
something
other,
else.
But you know
So
what the
it's
other,
always worrying.
You know what the other thing is? Keeping the money, because when you have a lot of it, it's the taxes. You got worries to
more
keep,
money, more problems.
It's like you got to worry to keep your money now. It's like
Yeah.
I worked hard to get it, but now I have to worry
Work
to
harder.
keep it and worry about Uncle Sam and this person take it. Like that's the hard part and the hard reality
that's what I'm
of
saying.
it.
More money, more problems. I feel like that's always been true. I feel.
Maria lives in Helsinki with her husband Duke and her 2-year-old son Luca.
Aha, yeah, there it is, little monster.
Finland is the best place to have kids. When you go give birth, it's almost free. We stayed in the hospital 3 full days as a family. We had our own family room and we got like meals and support and help and everything. And the bill was about 300 euros in the end. It's basically like living in a hotel.
In Finland, new mothers receive a free baby box jam-packed with 63 items to help with the baby's first year.
Wow.
You don't have to buy anything for the first 2-3 months. Of course, diapers and stuff like that, but basically. And also, you can actually put your baby to sleep in that box. Our baby actually, Luca, slept in the box for the first month.
What?
Finland, along with the other Nordic countries, offers generous parental leave. Anu Partinen, author of The Nordic Theory of Everything, spent 10 years as a journalist in the US before returning to her home country, Finland. She's also a mother.
In Finland, you get 10 months of paid parental leave, out of which about 4 months is set aside for the mother, and you start it before the baby is born, and then father can keep 9 weeks.
Typically, both parents stay home for the first 3 weeks. They share the rest of the time until the baby is 9 months old. A parent can even stay home until the child is 3 years old and keep his or her job. However, the stipend is much smaller.
Another determinant of well-being is one's sense of personal freedom to make important life choices. Can you shape your life the way you want?
Christina was unhappy at her job in advertising and took an 8-month break.
Y'all, when I sit here,
8-month break.
When I sit
But
here,
why? What did she do?
We've been here with the UK with this conversation, and Finland just came and said, "Hold on, we got something too." Listen, I'm slowly starting to learn. I think America they really don't care.
We're brainwashed.
They don't care. They really don't, and it mind blows me because I mean I got people all the time like, man, they come and ask about politics, and it's like, dude, you talking about like politics is their life, right? And these politicians, y'all, they make all these promises, these false promises, and give these speeches every 4 years, and people get all worked up. Y'all see the rallies. You ain't from the U.S. Y'all see how they do it. They get all worked up, right? And then it's like they become president, and it's like they're selling us the dream y'all already living. That's what it is. You're gonna have the free health care. We're gonna take care of this. Pricing's gonna go down. Cars are gonna go down. I'm gonna do it all. And in America, 2 years later, ain't nothing changed. And it's like, y'all got it. Y'all figured it out. Y'all got the formula. And it's like America's just running from it. Like the formula is in their face. It's like the world is like shaping together, and the U.S. keep trying to lie and be like, you know what? Don't look over there because they stuff messed up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, we the messed up ones, and they got it going.
It's like a brainwashing.
It's crazy that this whole situation here, America wouldn't even come close. You will actually have people probably argue to say, don't give people free stuff. They don't deserve to get nothing free. Honestly, there's people in America that will argue that box that y'all get, they will vote against that. They really would. No, don't give them anything free.
Social security is also something I think is very important. What I did didn't make me happy, and it didn't let me have that work-life balance that we cherish so much here. And so we have a system that made it possible for me to quit my job and have some thinking time and figure out, what's my next step in life.
Christina received about $2,000 a month from the Danish government while she was unemployed. She is now in school to become a painter. Her tuition is covered, and she receives an educational stipend of about $1,000 a month.
Her tuition is covered? That's
Two of the biggest
to
perks of life in Denmark.
Get her life together. Why y'all gotta send me the homeless video of this back to back? Because y'all know how I get. And if you knew, when I say how I get, y'all in the comment section let them know. See, I'm calm in this video. I ain't no yelling, no nothing. But that's where I'm trying to get away from, because this stuff, and it pisses me off. It really do. Because we so brainwashed as kids to think the world is just so ugly. Like the outside of the United States is just a filthy place. Like that is how Americans, and a lot of Americans ain't gonna get on here and say this. We are brainwashed to believe the world that exists around the United States is trash. Mm-hmm. There's nothing. Don't go out there. You will go out there and not survive your life. You're gonna be in a third world country. And look at this. Look at this here.
Denmark and Finland are free education and free healthcare.
Income taxes are not at all as high in the Nordic countries that Americans tend to think. However, overall, it is completely true that the Nordic countries collect more taxes in general than the United States does.
I ain't even mad at that.
In Finland and the Nordic countries, there are higher taxes on consumption, like eating in restaurants and buying jeans.
But the thing that I think a lot of Americans forget is that the Nordic people are happy to pay those taxes because they get services in return. Daycare, great public education, it includes your college, tuition free, it includes healthcare. All of those are included in your taxes.
Yeah, she said that.
When the news hit that Finland is the happiest country in the world. I think most
baby happy.
people kind of reacted to it like, what are they talking about? We
Exactly.
don't think of ourselves as very happy because it's dark and gloomy in the winter and whatever.
It's easier for Finns and Danes to shape their lives because the government supports so many of their basic needs.
The American dream is probably more alive in Denmark. The perception of freedom is probably also a little bit
The
different.
American dream more alive
It
over
seems
there
like
than it
in the
is over
US, the feeling is you have to be protected from the government and you have to have freedom from the government. I think in Denmark, the sense is that the government protects you.
People trust other people. You leave a bag in a restaurant in Finland, you're pretty sure you're going to make it back and the money is still there.
People even leave babies parked in strollers
You heard
outside
about this?
coffee shops while they run errands.
And I think partly the Nordic society cultivates that trust simply by providing basic services for everyone. So there's much less poverty, much less feeling of injustice, inequality, crime. People get the education they need, they can have a job, they can work, they don't have to struggle in life as much.
There isn't super wealth and there's absolutely no super poverty. Everybody participates. It turns out it leads to a wonderful kind of life and one that is expressed year after year as making these countries the happiest countries in the world.
Monica and Alex are expats who live in Copenhagen with their 2 teenagers. Alex is originally from the UK, and Monica is originally from New York.
What else do you need? The olive oil and the balsamic vinegar. Where's the bowling?
We originally came here expecting to stay only 3 years, but it was so good. I've been here 9 now.
It's also safe, and this comes back to the community and the trust. We can let our kids go out, and we do not have to sit here being really worried that are they going to come back? Are they safe where they're going? Do we have to go pick them up? We still worry, of course, but it's just very different. There's still this very strong sense of family, friends, community.
Balance is the formula for happiness. Aristotle had it right when he launched the study of happiness 2,300 years ago.
According to Aristotle's golden mean, good behavior lies between 2 vices, excess and deficiency.
People who pursue only money and say, I'll be happier the richer I am, turn out to be less happy.
I do think having nice surroundings is a part of happiness, but I also think it needs to be linked with something that sort of resonates with you on a deeper level.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Oh my gosh.
I just feel like when I watch stuff like this, it makes me think, like, I know it's a stupid question, but it's like, then why people don't move there?
It's probably hard. I mean, I think you go into a foreign place at that point. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's American. I mean, obviously we seeing proof, but I mean, for the average person, they're probably like, man, uplift. You gotta think. Same way we don't leave to another state. It's the same way in the whole other country. Leaving family behind. Your commute ain't as close. There's a lot of answers there. But money, though, what I was gonna say is like I'm big on that. For those who've been on the Rockin' on the channel for a while, I used to work on the railroad. I was 3rd generation. My grandpa retired, dad retired, 3rd in. You thinking like, oh, family, boom, let's do this. Listen, y'all, railroad workers make excellent money. I was away so much. It came to the point I was like, I can't. The money wasn't even worth it. Like the banking account, I couldn't even enjoy the banking account because I wasn't. I think I spent the night at my house more than I did live there. Slept there for about 6 hours at a time. Like it was my house became my hotel. But my point is like there was no happiness in it. Like the money in the account, never get to enjoy it, never home, on call, 24/7. And I found myself more depressed and stressed in that situation than I did with a job that I barely made it by and was doing it. But that's an example right there. Like just because you got the money don't mean you necessarily happy. Yeah. Some people working 24/8 and it ain't 8 days in a week.
Having nice surroundings and having a lot of money and being in a 5-star hotel in Las Vegas doesn't make you happy at all.
They don't.
So I think it needs to have that balance.
Cue the classic Nordic work-life balance. Rich Perusi, former New Yorker, has been living in Copenhagen for 7 years.
Damn.
People stay pretty tight to 9-to-5 workday, but I do think that we get as much done in a short period of time here as we were doing in longer times working in New York.
One of the comments we actually heard when we first came here was a Dane saying that when you see someone working late, are they doing it because they can't get their work done? Is there something wrong with them versus are they just trying to get ahead and working? There is a sense that yes, work's important and you need to get your work done to a high quality, but you also need to make sure it's balanced appropriately.
Sara Alhupuro is a diplomat and an artist who has shaped her work schedule to make time for her passion.
Mushrooms.
So I actually need to go to my physical workplace only 3 days a week.
So cool.
So then the rest of the time I can spend here in the middle of nature.
Wow.
Just I'm happy for them.
When I walk in the forest, I walk there very quietly, paying attention to all the small details and all the colors very slowly, and I try to spot all the small details. And I completely lose the track of time. Usually I spend about 5 to 6 hours picking mushrooms.
Look at her house, that's so beautiful.
People don't make as much money in the Nordic countries as they do in the US.
So it's not really about how much you make. You don't have to make as much to get the same quality of life as you would in the United States.
So if we look at the dimension called life satisfaction, we can see that money does matter for well-being and happiness. But I mean, on average, richer countries are happier. On average, richer people are happier. But the mechanism here is being without money is a cause of unhappiness.
They do not look happy.
Not everyone likes to talk about money either.
In Finland, it's been this kind of
taboo
rule that you don't talk about money that much. At least, like, my parents basically wouldn't tell me how much they made, for example, if I would ask as a kid. It would be considered bragging if you would tell about how much you make, etc.
People are happier when they are generous and when they feel that the society that they're in is a generous society. And then we find people want to live in places with decent government. If government is corrupt, if leaders are bizarre or autocratic or corrupt, the society is unhappy.
In 2019, Finland elected the world's youngest serving prime minister, 34-year-old Sanna Marin. Danes are among the happiest people in the world, but they're not necessarily the friendliest. Lars A.P., author of Effing Flink and founder of the movement of the same name, wants to change that.
So Effing Flink is a national movement. Our prime goal is to take Danes that are among the happiest people in the world, but also being the friendliest people in the world. Why are we doing this? Well, because friendliness and positive human interaction means so much to us. Science shows us that. And so we're trying to do that in all sectors and all realms that we can think of.
Finland and Denmark both have populations of less than 6 million people. The US has over 330 million people.
That's why too much emotions and feelings in America. That's why 330 million. Too many.
Lot.
That's crazy. Too many chiefs and commanders and all that other stuff in control. But at least Finland, even they found a flaw in their happiness. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to correct it. That didn't even have to probably. You already the happiest place. They still said, "Hey, we gotta work on something else. Like we still gotta fix this part." We would have just said, "Hey, they got money. That's all that matters. Who cares if they're happy, smiling, saying hello to somebody?"
But that's a big difference of money. I mean, I'm sorry, people.
Oh yeah.
The Nordic countries are pretty homogeneous too. Do population size and diversity affect happiness?
A lot of countries with relatively homogeneous population similarities among people ethnically or in terms of religion and so on are not very happy, so it's no guarantee. And on the other hand, it's possible to have a lot of diversity and more happiness. Our northern neighbor in the United States, Canada, ranks higher.
Yeah, I think that Finland is probably one of the most homogeneous countries in Europe. Still, we have recently had quite a lot of immigration, but I would say that still it is fairly homogeneous.
I think it's funny because I kind of always, I guess, assumed that Danish society was kind of diverse. But then we went to see Dave Chappelle's show here in Copenhagen. And both him and the guy who he had with him as support kind of opened their show saying Denmark is so white. And I never really thought about that before. But then ever since that show, I just think about it all the time.
I was seeing that.
But the way you got, like, this is one of those questions where you think of it deeper. Like, for them, when you say, oh, it's all white, but I guarantee if you go over there, are you treated differently? Compared to America, if you say that, like, oh, this is all white, a red flag gets raised when you say it in our town. You say, oh, that's nobody. You might think, oh, we ain't welcome over there. Mm-hmm. I guarantee them, you probably go over there, hey, how you doing? You know, so, but once again, they're acknowledging it.
Yep.
And they're trying to fix it and diversify.
Yep, you're right. I'll give it that.
There's places here, they ain't trying to diverse nothing.
Leave it how it is.
Yeah.
We've been having immigration for hundreds of years from all over Europe. I mean, in the 70s, we had a lot of people from Turkey coming up, from Vietnam. We had people from Yugoslavia in the 90s. And Denmark has remained happy throughout that period.
The 2018 World Happiness Report explores happiness among natives and immigrants. It shows that when immigrants are happy, the countries are too. But if the country is already happy, new immigrants will experience increased happiness.
It shouldn't undermine happiness in the Nordic countries that there are influx of people born abroad.
There's also a dark side to happiness.
Like in Denmark, one of the biggest epidemics right now is stress and people being sick with stress and having to leave their jobs. And people outside of Denmark didn't really understand what that meant. Like, what do you mean stress leave? But it might be that expectation to have a work-life balance here that stresses people out, that you both have to work, but you also have to take care of your family, you also have to be social with your friends, you also have to, you know, do this self-realization thing, hobbies and traveling, and there's so much you have to do in the same amount of hours, whereas maybe in New York or other places, you know that you're gonna work to 10 every day, so you don't expect to have the same balance, you know?
It can be hard for outsiders to break into the Nordic cultures.
The Danes have such tight-knit friend and family groups. It's not very natural for them to just include people, new people into their groups.
It is a little harder when you come in from the outside to sort of become part of that group. We've had some great Danish friends, some met at work, but it is harder, I think, on that side compared to the UK and the US in terms of developing friendships.
There can be serious side effects to maintaining high levels of happiness.
Within the States, if you look at the level of life satisfaction, the higher the life satisfaction, actually also the slightly higher the level of suicide rates. And the theory here is that it might be more difficult to be unhappy in an otherwise happy society because it creates a stronger contrast to how you are feeling if you are surrounded by very happy people. So Denmark actually used to have really high suicide rates. So in 1980, we had suicide rates of around 40 per 100,000, which was, I think, some of the highest in the world. Now, fortunately, it's around 25% of that, so it's around 10 per 100,000.
South Korea and Lithuania have some of the highest suicide rates in the OECD as of 2017.
So fortunately, suicide rates have been reduced a lot in Denmark. Also in Finland, there's also been a great reduction over the past few decades. But still, it's not zero. So we still need to reduce that even further.
Despite mental health challenges, a big part of Finnish culture focuses on overall well-being.
Sauna is a sacred thing for Finns. I have so many good memories about having these sauna moments with my family.
Ooh, I want a
sauna is something that I suppose you kind of have to like and love as a Finn.
As of 2018, there were 5.5 million people living in Finland and around 2.3 million saunas.
My grandmother always used to tell us kids that we can't fight in the sauna because then we would risk angering the sauna elf. And there's even a sauna in the government of Finland where they say that they make some of the most important political compromises because you're culturally not allowed to fight in the sauna.
What the heck?
Danes have mastered the art of comfort and coziness through hygge.
I think the best short definition of what hygge is the art of creating a nice atmosphere. And of course, that is something that happens everywhere. But what is uniquely Danish is we have a word that describes that situation.
You can curl up in a couch and read a good book and have good music on and just be in a hyggekrog. It actually means a hygge corner of your room. There's a social component to hygge, which I think is really important.
I love to read.
Hygge seeps everywhere throughout the country, from cozy drinks to warm lighting.
So one concrete manifestation of hygge is the focus on lighting. The rule of thumb is the warmer the light, the more hyggelig the light. So Danes love candles.
So how does hygge contribute to happiness?
So happiness is both having a strong sense of purpose in life. It's
So
also
like the
experiencing.
feng shui of something, right? I
You
feel.
know what? I need to get back because, see, America has brainwashed me once again with lighting. I used to think the
brighter, the
dull,
better.
yeah, the dull yellow light. I think, oh, look old in the house. Like, I make the house look.
But I
old.
love that light. He changed it.
No, but we got a ceiling fan that got different.
Oh, yeah,
lighting
we
on
do
it.
now.
So that one does. But now I might need to go change my light bulbs again because that does make
Maybe
sense.
that's why a lot of people
Because
were
during
happier
the
back
day,
then.
you gotta think it's
so
already bright, but then you got bright lights on at night,
And you're like,
shining. And sometimes you just want a light on, like the lamp we got.
Like the
you
lamp
dim
we
it,
got,
it's
it's
beautiful when it's
dim.
dim.
It gives like, it's the feng shui. I'm telling you. That's why
And I
be
paid all that
happy.
money for them bright lights.
That's why sometimes like, because I love to read. And shout out to Wilburn because he bought me a Kindle for Christmas.
I did.
But I love to read, and like sometimes like I'm in my little like nook area in the couch, and it has like he put where like it's like a cute little lamp and everything, like where it's just like, you know, like that the vibe, that, you know, the vibe, and it just feels so cozy, like a blanket, the dimmer light, you know, I could just read, like it just gives like that happiness. But now it does, like, that is
The dim
so
fireplace
good.
light, you know, the fake ones they got, you know, like, that makes sense. A little light.
That's probably why they took out the fireplaces now. Fireplaces, I told him when I was a kid, my parents always had a fireplace, and it's something about when you light a fireplace, like the way it makes like the home feel.
Even
like,
the little fake
warm
ones they
and
got
homey,
now.
You know, I don't know how
like
that
the TV
feels.
stand ones.
I don't know how that.
But I'm saying
feels.
the look, the aesthetic of like seeing the dim,
you know,
little
and I
fire
feel
light.
like I told him, I'm like, I feel like a lot of houses, 9 times out of 10, they don't have fireplaces no more.
They
And
sure
I
don't.
remember that was like the moment of like family time, the love, like just leading. And I'm like, dude, I
used to look
miss the
forward to that fireplace getting lit.
Yes. And then I remember as a kid, like whatever, but you weren't supposed to turn
Burn
like
nights,
yeah,
yeah, they had those
you were not allowed to just put on the fireplace anytime you wanted. No, you weren't allowed to do
They
that.
still had those rules.
I know, right? My parents still did it, like whatever. Like who's
I remember
gonna
my
say
parents. I
something?
remember asking, and they used to like, "Oh, it's not a burn night. You can't burn wood tonight."
Yeah,
Like,
but
what?
my parents still did it.
Mine did too.
Yeah, so you know, and it's just like wow, and I just think about it, and I always tell him like, I love fireplaces. Like maybe we should get.
I
And
know.
now they put them in the rooms.
My parents got one.
Like the electric one. Like they have like the night. Maybe we should get
My
one for
parents
our
got one.
room.
My parents took their electric one out and turned it back into a wood. No, they turned it into a
Electric. Yeah. So maybe that's, you know, the lighting can do a lot. That's
Moments of pleasure on a daily basis. It's also feeling satisfied with life overall. So hygge is this element in our daily lives where we experience comfort and pleasure and togetherness. And hopefully over time that accumulates also to a higher sense of life satisfaction.
I was wondering what that was. I'm like, that looks familiar.
Another way Denmark and Finland
just love
support
the way
their
the house is
citizens? Paid annual vacation.
So in all Nordic countries, everybody has a right to paid annual vacation. It varies a little by country, but in Finland, for example, it's typically after you work 1 year for the same employer, it's 4 weeks in the summer and 1 week in the winter, and everybody gets this.
That's amazing.
I actually heard a statistic. It's something like when Americans go home after work October 27th, you guys have worked as much as Danes will work for the entire year. But I actually think that taking a little more time off also makes you a lot more productive.
In Finland, it's traditional to spend the summer in a summer cottage, or mökki.
We did have a summer house when I was little. It was something that my grandfather built himself during the 60s, I think. And we used to go there like all the time when I was small. a week doesn't go past during the summer when I'm not thinking like, oh, I wish we still had it.
Traditionally, the mökkis wouldn't have necessarily electricity or running water. And usually, most mökkis come with a lake or the Baltic Sea. You can go to your sauna and have a dip in the water.
So in a Nordic country, the vacation time also serves families that if the parents start their vacations a bit, they can handle much easier the summer vacations.
Listen, Linda. See, our gym down, we used to have a gym down here, but they still exist.
That's what he wants. You should put it on your Amazon wish list. They have like a little
PG&E. Oh, the one your dad got, the chair one.
Yeah, there's like a little one. So my dad told him about it. There's like
I should go get your dad's. You talking about he got one? He don't even use it.
It's like a little one where it's just like you sit in it. It's like a.
It's a chair one.
Yeah, and I'm just like, but they do say that the saunas are good for you. They say like.
We have a gym here that I used to have. They have a sauna and a steam room, and oh my gosh, when you go in there. The way your body come out feeling. I mean, it's an undescribable. Like, if you got any type of little aches right now.
Once, and I felt like I couldn't breathe.
No, it didn't get like that. But I'm saying the way your body be relaxed after. Mm-hmm. I mean, I will be in the sauna every day.
For their children. And of course, then the family can spend time together.
Maybe Finnish happiness is more like inside, it's like the inner peace or something like that. That it's not so open. It's like a balance. It's more balanced.
Like a quiche? Oh, quiche.
So, ready.
That look good.
I love quiches.
Ultimately, happiness is relative.
Oh, she got two.
If you think you're having more sex than your neighbor, then you're happier. We are social beings. We compare ourselves to each other. So there are social comparisons in salary, in terms of...
You're not happy enough.
It's like you're not even comparing bank accounts or money. You're comparing sex.
Come outside. Hey, Jim. How many this week? 4. Damn it, 3.
Can you just imagine, like, if there was, like, a light or something that your house had when to know, like, oh, the neighbor, there he goes again. That is hilarious.
And how successful we believe we are, but also in terms of sex.
So what's one small way we can be happier today?
For me, something that I've done which has made me happier is exercise.
I think the saying no or being a tiny bit more selfish can make you happy.
One step to improve your sense of happiness is go first. So you're walking down the street, someone else comes walking towards you. It might be just a smile. It might be just looking the other person in the eye, whatever it is, but go first with that because you can't expect that the other person is going to do it. Don't be reactive, go first.
Don't be reactive. That's good advice.
In Denmark, we sometimes talk about the ABC for mental health. If you want to boost your mood, 3 sort of universal tips is doing something active, doing something together with other people, and doing something meaningful.
I've been telling
gather
someone
a group
to be
of
more
friends,
active.
go for a walk. That could be something that could boost your mood.
Yes.
Predicting the future on this is very difficult, unfortunately. Where will the U.S. be? It could be even worse than now. It could be much better than now. It's a matter of
I think it works.
actually making choices for a better direction for the country, and one that is not guided by fear and hate, but one that is guided by a sense of community and the common good.
Definitely. I feel like this was very like educational, and I feel like it makes you kind of put your life in perspective and think about like what is happiness? What is your happiness? What brings you happiness? Like, and I feel like that's something that I feel like you need to ask yourself.
I feel like
now,
when we started this journey, like going and trying UK snacks and reacting to the world, I didn't have the vision of like where we are today, of like the information we have learned from you guys, how the world is, like unlearning the stuff we've been taught in America that the world is just an ugly place and the United States is the greatest place on earth. Like, you just learn so much out there that there's more lovely human beings out there in the world, and not the way you was taught that it is, how the world is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes the internet scary. I think they always like the term when people are like, oh, the internet is a scary place. I think that is what it is. I don't think it's scary as in what you find on there. I mean, it is what you, but they looking at it as in like bad stuff.
Yeah.
I think the fear of the internet is you're about to get exposed and how the world really is. TikTok has opened that up. Out of all the social media,
there's no more censorship.
I feel like TikTok.
Is that the word, censorship?
Yeah,
there's no more censoring.
I feel like TikTok is the app that's why they keep going back and forth of, oh, let's cancel it. Let's keep, because it has exposed America so much and showing us the world and how people are in the
Definitely.
world that they have no answer now to be like, oh, we gotta hide it. Like it's in our face. We're seeing it, and it's videos like this.
Now.
Yeah, and they can't run that narrative no more to the new generation that's coming up to be like, hey, don't look at this place. Like, it's like all they gotta do is be like, oh, hold on, let me look it up.
Yep.
Oh, this person lives there. They say they love it. You know, there's Americans over there. I would have never thought. You know, but it's crazy, and it gives you better options if you want to leave, you know, America, or
let you know that there's more out there than just what you think,
or even just you got a travel places to go to. Like even if it's not moving there, it's like, oh, I want to go to here, I want to go here, I want to go here. Like now I know what these places are like from learning from here, and now we can go see them. So I think, man, in the future, I know a lot of y'all keep asking like, what's our plans? Our plans are to travel. You know, definitely visit the places we have reacted to on these channels, and experience it for ourselves. So that is in our future. So when you ask that, yes, we do plan on visiting. Especially the UK is gonna be number one on our list. Like we definitely coming there. Germany is definitely on the list. Finland now you have now entered the chat. Yeah. Australia, I'm still waiting on y'all. Y'all got kangaroos. Y'all eating kangaroos.
I don't know about that one.
But I'm just playing. We gotta go see y'all too.
Definitely let us know what you guys thought about it down below in the comment section.
See y'all on the next one.